You just crossed over into the female zone.
So my phone number is 720-6. If somebody could help me, because I'm going to work, but, you know, I still, like, need some things. Like, I'm trying to fix my car so I could, you know, get to work. But if I don't need to drive, then that's better for me if I could just stay home. But, I mean, I don't want to stay home, you know. I want to work and stuff like that. I want to get out of the house. But also, I mainly need money so that I can, you know, live, you know. I don't really care about the money. It's just having somewhere to live, and I'm staying with a friend right now, you know. And I don't know. We're helping with each other, but he frustrates me too. And I, you know, at least he's not mean to me and doesn't make me freak out, you know, when I'm having scary, like being able to walk outside the house. He helps me with that nobody else can do.
You're in debt. You're broke. You're not going out to eat. You're in debt. You're broke.
Oh man, let's give it a round of applause to this torta because she's strong and independent and not. Okay, sweetie, so you're asking for money and you're already living with a guy that you're saying that he frustrates you because he helps you with a couple things. He's practically doing the job of what your man is supposed to do without being your man because it doesn't sound like he's your man. So in other words, you're freeloading off of him and you're still asking for more? Sweetheart, I gotta ask, how is your budgeting going? I mean, don't you think it's kind of dangerous? You going on TikTok and putting your phone number out there and asking for handouts from a bunch of frickin' strangers? You have no idea what these strangers could do or ask in return. Notice how I'm not being cruel or mean. I'm just actually pointing something out here. Women always say that they're strong and independent. They don't need no man. But then you have some that end up like this. I mean, just a few episodes ago, I made a video of a woman who drove out to the middle of nowhere in Wyoming because she was trying to get a handout from another guy. Okay, Queens, I just gotta say it. When some of your femme fatale heroes get on the tiki-talkies and talk about making it on your own and you don't need no man and you don't need anything, this is living your best life. And a bunch of you get in your feels and you decide, yeah, I'm gonna leave my man because I'm gonna go out there and find myself. Well, guess what? Sometimes when you try to find yourself, this is what finding yourself can look like. How's that saying? You don't know what you got until it's gone? In her case, she knows what she has. A whole lot of regrets and online begging. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
Tell me how guys can switch up on you so quickly. He literally, 2 weeks ago, this guy was all over me. Like, messaging stuff, not like all over me physically. Telling me he will go to church with me, he'll buy me coffees, he'll do this and that. We haven't been hanging out. Something switched when he figured out I'm not gonna sleep with him before marriage. And after that, it's been like silence. So today I messaged him and I was like, because last Sunday he was like, I feel like I'm cheating. I didn't go to church and stuff. And I was like, well, we can go next week. Is he coming? You're correct, he's not coming. I'm excited to meet my husband one day. I hope God has a good one for me, because the market is garbage.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All right, sister, you said that the dating market is garbage and that guys just switch up on you because as soon as this guy found out that you're not going to sleep with anybody until you're married, he started ghosting you. Okay, you know what? This girl has got several key questions here because you're acting like you're the victim out of this whole thing, and I think that there's a lot of information missing here. My first question, when you started talking to him, I'm talking about day one, did you tell him that you were not going to sleep with anybody until you got married? Because you made it sound very clear there that you kept that secret up until recently, and then once you said it, that's when he started ghosting you. And you know what? I wouldn't have a problem with that if A, you were upfront with it, and B, you were untouched. That's a separate question. Are you a virgin? Because I'm pretty sure if you would have told him that you were a virgin, and that's why you're holding out, a man who's worth his salt, who recognizes that and can confirm that you're a virgin, Yeah, he'll wait out. But sister, it sounds like you probably gave it up to somebody else in the past, and then all of a sudden you decide, you know what? I'm going to put up rules now. And all these things that happen to you, you just blame it on men. It's men's fault because they switch it up. Can somebody tell me why? Well, that's simple. The answer's in the mirror. Can you just take some accountability? I mean, fam, that's like a person who's complaining that a forest burned down and complains how quickly the fire spreads while holding a box of matches, but not taking any accountability for it. Food for thought there, princess. Moving on.
I was telling my mom how, like, men suck, and I was posting about it, and my mom was like, yeah, but, like, you don't want to come across as, like, a man hater. And I was like, but I am. But I literally hate them. Like, but I literally hate them. They all suck so bad. And it's like, I will continue to hate them until I'm proven otherwise. Sorry.
I think a problem that really pisses me off is the fact that there is so many more good-looking women out there than there is men. Like, yeah, men have room to be picky because they have options. Where are the options of men? Like, they're honestly either annoying, a loser, or just ugly. Like, we do not have enough choices. Like, we do not have the luxury to have someone that is, like, caring and nice and has amazing qualities and be good looking. Like, come on, it's a small pot to piss in.
Why do men have this weird, irrational fear of being used for money? I was talking to a guy a while ago, and he was like, I hope you're just not here for the money. I said, excuse you? What money? I don't know what you're talking about. You haven't bought anything for me? Like, I'm confused. Like, I was so thrown off. And then someone said the same thing to my friend. This guy she was talking to, mind you, broke as a joke. He was like, I hope you're just not here because of the money and the image. Mind you, no image. Mind you, no money. Which is fine. We're still young. But it's like, why are you schizophrenically saying stuff? Like, where is it? I don't know. Where is it? Where? I'm trying to really... Where? I don't know. Like, no one knows what you're talking about.
Game over, man. It's game over.
All right, to that first queen. All right, sister, you want to keep hating men, a.k.a. you want to be a misandrist until proven otherwise? Well, then go for it. Knock yourself out. Guess what? Men are not going to hate you back. They're just going to look at you and say, well, you know what? A mid doesn't like me. Am I supposed to cry about that now? Sweetie, it's understandable. You probably despise men this much because you're expecting them to put you up on a pedestal and tell you that you're the most beautiful girl in the world. And men decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you a little bit of that equality. In other words, I'm going to be honest with you. Tell you, you're not that pretty, you're not that hot. In fact, when I use the word that, I'm being kind of generous. You're a plain Jane with some acne issues. And if you got a filter, it's not enough. You probably need a second one on top of that. But go ahead. Hate men all you want. In reality, you just hate the fact that men are not giving you the princess treatment. All right, to that second queen. I mean, you all heard it yourselves. She is complaining because the Chad/Tyrones out there, the Giga Chads, the players, the guys who go out there and lay the best pipe, and they're super handsome. I mean, they're basically like rock stars or fashion models, are not going to kiss up to her, are not monogamous, are not kind and caring. Okay, so let me get this straight. You come out here and you basically insult the majority of men because you want the top 20% guys in looks alone to fall head over heels for you. And then you're going to get pissy about it? Sister, let me tell you something. When you said that, the worst part about it is that there's too many beautiful women out there, you're absolutely right. And guess what? You're not one of them. And as I always say, choose a struggle. Either have bad looks or have a bad attitude. You really shouldn't have both. And to that third queen, guess what, sister? Two can play the same game. Oh, why do women have a weird, irrational fear of being used for sex? I mean, sister, when you were describing that guy saying, where's the money? I don't see it. Where is it? You know what it looked like you were doing there? You were perfecting that golden shovel, trying to find it. You said, hey, there's no gold to be picked here. So yeah, it's not an irrational fear because men get used as an ATM all the time. I mean, let me put a hypothetical question out there. Have you ever been asked out and when you go out, you expect the guy to pay? You expect the guy to plan the date, expect the guy to pick you up, expect the guy to pay for any extra frills like the movies or a theater ticket, maybe go to an arcade. And then after that, you just want to walk home and say, I had a good time. And he should be content with that. If you said yes to any of that, then it's not an irrational fear now, is it? Moving on.
I talked about how I often don't get second dates because I address poor behavior in men, and I got a lot of comments. Actually, I'm being ratioed right now. Ooh, 6'7". Sorry. I have children. I'm getting ratioed right now of a bunch of misogynistic men telling me I'm ugly or something about cats or I should get cats. I don't know. And they see me as combative and argumentative because who wants to deal with that on a first date? And you guys act like me addressing poor behavior is somehow my fault that they have poor behavior. How is that my fault? When it comes to addressing poor behavior, if you do or say something that makes me uncomfortable, and I say, hey, that makes me uncomfortable, and you say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize, I won't do it again, you will get a second date. But if you get defensive and start blaming me for my reaction to what you said or did, oh, we're going to go there because now your emotions are driving. And I'm very aware of that. And my technique is actually kind of funny because it's not combative at all. I just ask you clarifying questions. And now you're getting irritated trying to prove your own argument, and you see it as me arguing, just asking you to clarify your argument. And honestly, that just makes men really uncomfortable. Most of the people in my life will tell you I am very non-confrontational. I don't like to be that person. I don't want to be that person. But if you disrespect me, I am going to make you uncomfortable. And then no, you won't get a second date after that. And yes, I will tell you why. It's because you can't communicate and you can't control your emotions.
Ooh, you're getting racial right now, sister? And if men tell you that you're ugly, they're being misogynistic? Wow. So what you're trying to tell us now is honesty means the hatred of women. I thought you would want men to be honest. Obviously, you can't handle it. Because if you think that they're telling you that you're ugly just to be mean, this girl is going to tell you right now, no, they're just being blunt. And they tell you to get cats. Well, you know what? That was actually good advice. And you're saying that they're saying that you're being combative? No. Really? This gorilla just can't see it. So wait a minute. You addressing their poor behavior does not mean that you're being combative. Say that again, but slower. So you're saying they have a bad attitude, but you obviously don't. Hypocrisy much there, sweetheart? I mean, we have heard before where men say if women didn't have double standards, they would have no standards at all. And sweetheart, men will get defensive if you start getting all butthurt about simple things, because it seems to me that you are a very emotional person and you get triggered real easy. I mean, it will not take much for you to say, oh, that offended me. Hell, if the wind changes abruptly, that'll probably offend you too. But I'm pretty sure you don't take a second thought as to how you, not being pretty, offends somebody else's vision. And when you tell the guys that they're not going to get a second date, you actually think you're punishing them, you're doing them a favor. And you're saying that men are the ones that can't control their emotions. Sweetie, you're the one who's making this video. The one who can't control her reactions here is you. If you could control your emotions, you wouldn't give this a second thought. But look at the bright side. Out there somewhere, there's a man that's such a blue pill beta simp that he'll bend to your will. In fact, he'll probably ask you to peg him.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.